All right, y'all, welcome back. So I got a bunch of mail, did the live stream last night. You guys ordered quite a few things, so thanks for that. We did the signage on all the things that were ordered during the live. But for those of you that missed it, we are running 25% off everything on the website right now through Sunday night for like 250th anniversary of America being America, or the United States being the United States, I should say, in celebration of the 4th of July. We're doing 25% off everything on the site, and we had been running 25% off of these hats, but now they will actually be 50% off. It shows in your cart, so if you want to get an order in, we've got some hoodies and stickers left also. Go check it out. But I need to run this stuff to the post office, and then I don't know what else we're going to get into today. I do have something that we can throw on this thing that's been sitting in the garage for like a month, so that's probably what we're going to do. It's incredibly hot and humid out, and it's late, and I need to try to stay on schedule and get a video for you guys, and this is what we're doing today. So kind of a day in the life type of video, but anyways, stay tuned, y'all. Look at that dang old Corvette. Why? Big truck. All right. One of these has to go to UPS, but the rest can go in here. It's easier to take the box. All right, post office drop off is done. I need to take this thing to UPS. So there is a UPS drop off in town, but those things will sit there for a week. And so I don't like doing it here. So I'm gonna do an hour round trip to take it to Lincoln and drop it at one that I know it'll go out tonight or whenever. So all right, last package. All right, y'all, we've made it back to the house. So as you can see, I have something to toss on the Bronco here. So I picked up this, it's an EVAP skid plate from HRG. I did pay for this with my own money. This isn't a sponsored video or anything. The Badlands has great skid plates, but there is one weakness. So I need to get this thing jacked up just on one side, and I'll show you the best I can the skid plates that are under there, and then what this is going to protect. But this is another piece of the puzzle. If you watch the tent video, I did, I think, mention I do have the Bilstein B8 TerraSport suspension kit waiting to go on, and then I do have the wheels behind you guys that I bought off Facebook Marketplace that we still need to put on. So we'll get to that in a future episode, but this is like one final piece of the puzzle here. So let's get this thing jacked up. I hate doing stuff on the ground in my garage. It'd be real nice to have. I need to get the lift put in. Blah, blah, blah. But I don't have time to go down to All Dogs. I don't have time to go down to All Dogs to do this today. But since I am an All Dogs off-road member, I can use the lift when I need to, but we just don't have time to do it. So try to get my jack out and see what we can do with this. So we just need to jack up the driver's side. Got the dang old dehumidifier going. I keep that thing going 24/7 out here, especially in the, pretty much just in the summer. And I gotta dump probably 4 gallons of water out of that thing every day. This is loud, but it does keep it much more tolerable in here. That should be good. It can't fall on me, and that should be plenty of room. I should have picked up a new creeper. I've been meaning to buy a new creeper because all I have is this dirty, janky old thing I bought off a street racing forum 20 years ago. Okay, I did switch the camera into like ultra wide mode just so you guys could see what's going on down here a little bit better. All right, so we're looking under the driver's side, and I know it's kind of hard to see, but you have this big, it's basically a felt liner right here, and underneath this there are some lines for your evap canister, and your evap canister is right here. Now on the Badlands model, there is a little metal skid plate under here, which I think we have to remove that to put the other one on. But if you look back here, the gas tanks have metal skids. So both sides of that, completely metal skid. The front obviously has a metal skid plate that goes all the way underneath of it, and that's thick. And then the passenger side also has, there is like a skid plate-ish thing there, but there's nothing on this side. And the engine skid plate does come all the way back, and you can see there's some back there, but it goes all the way underneath the engine. So the big skid plate that we have here is going to cover that evap solenoid or canister and that stuff on the driver's side. So it goes the full length of the driver's side. As far as I know, this is a pretty simple install, but let's pop this box open, see what the instructions say. Because there are no videos on YouTube of how to install this thing, surprisingly. So at least nothing that I could find. We got some stickers, the best part of any purchase. It's funny that they send this with. And got ourselves a kit here. And then, let's see, install time 30 minutes. And then this should bolt right in there. There we go. Assume it's gonna go on this way, so their logo's facing towards the outside, but you can tell this is a big, thick piece of metal. Weighs like 30 pounds, I believe. So, yeah, let's get that other stuff taken off there. Okay. Just ditch this dang hat for now. I did take this thing to All Dogs, and we put it on the lift at one point, I don't know, a few months ago. And just so I could look at this stuff and see, kind of get their guys' opinions on if we should remove this or like put the skid plate on there. If you guys can even see what I'm doing. All right, I got all those out. There was a couple of Torx heads up front, and then just one little push pin. 3 Torx bits up front, but it should, I think, just pop out now. Bam. There we go. So, what are you guys seeing here? You see that? So there's the factory evap thing. This is gonna have to come off. But if you can see back here, there's all of these exposed lines, and you know, this vehicle doesn't have a ton of ground clearance. So if you rip one of these off, you're gonna be in big trouble, and it would be pretty easy to do on a rock. It is nice that on the Badlands, this is covered, because if you get the lower trim level, it is not. But like I said, it's still not, in my opinion, enough. So pretty sure we got to take this guy off of here. Socket deep enough? Of course not. bigger socket time. I'm just down here sweating through my shirt already. Okay, there we go. There's your evap canister. Yeah, if you break that off, you're probably looking at easy $500 to $1,000 to have this thing fixed. I could be off. It could be even more expensive than that, but and you can see how much dirt was in there. Okay, let's see if we can get the other one bolted on. This will be real easy. Comes with a little bit of new hardware, but there's also, you reuse a little bit of the old stuff. You have to put this one little bracket on the back of the skid plate that attaches further rearward. I'll toss this on quick. I'm sweating through my kitties. Okay. And comes with just 4 nuts and bolts. So 2 are for this and then 2 are for something else, and you reuse everything else. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to the back of this to tighten it up anymore, but I don't know. We'll see once we get it under there. I'm just leaking out here. I'll tell you what, it's hot. It's real hot. I need a full-on bun. Get that hair off of my neck. Oh my God, he's got a man bun. Okay, just see if we can get this thing on there. It's gonna be a little bit difficult because it's just a little bit heavier than the felt thing that was under there before. Okay, I think I got this. There's not a lot of room under here, especially with 30 pounds sitting on you. This is not going too bad. I got one, gotta tighten these side ones up, and then there's one in the front here I gotta try to figure out how to get on. I think that's it. It'll suck up a little bit more, but that's real nice. Let me knock this other screw out quick. All right, we've got it installed in there. It's all tightened down. See if I can show it to you guys a little bit better. I know it's hard to see with us being on the floor, but there we go. And you can see you got the name on it, but you've got a full metal skid plate going along the whole bottom of it. And then that extra bracket went right there. It all bolted in just fine. And everything is protected. There's just this little line right here that's on the edge. So that's not great. And I might wrap a little bit of something around here because that could vibrate and touch that and wear a hole in there because this was not here before. But other than that, man, that's nice. It's gonna protect everything very nicely under here. All right, there we go. I only lost a little bit of water weight through that pad. Holy crap. Well, get this camera positioned a little bit better. Okay, I need to go take a shower. Skid plate is awesome. That, like I said, we're one step closer. We just have the lift left to put on and the wheels left to put on. Oh, I got one other thing. I think I may have mentioned this earlier in the video, but Kyle gave me these. So we've got these diode dynamic pods to put on. You can see they're pretty dang fancy. Look at these guys, bam, with a fancy back. And we've got brackets. These will end up going right here for ditch lights. They should look pretty cool. Came with a switch and wiring and everything. But they've got the brackets down at All Dogs. So we're gonna have to wait, probably wait and maybe do it when we do the lift, since we don't have the skid plate to do now, because I was waiting to do that on the lift there. But either way, like I said, another step closer. I'm much more confident now that I know I have full skids underneath this thing. This has more skid plates than anything else I've ever owned. Yeah. I'm stoked to get the tent out. I'm gonna be blunt with you guys. For those of you that are actually watching this video, we're going into 4th of July weekend. It's gonna be super busy. I don't know if I'm gonna have a video ready for you guys Sunday, if I'm gonna get out and camp in this or not. Like I said, it's super hot, and now it's gonna be 4th of July weekend, and yeah. So if I don't have a video for you guys on Sunday, sorry about that. I'm gonna go grab a beer. Hold on a second. All right, that's a little bit better. For a job well done, that's all I have in the fridge. But we got it knocked out. So, like I said, hit up the website if you want some merch. We're doing 25% off everything through Sunday night. And have some fun on 4th of July. Go enjoy it, celebrate it. We will get this thing out shortly and use the tent. And I want to go find some decent trails to drive this thing down, but we'll see what happens. So, if you thought it was cool, hit the thumbs up, grab yourself some merch, do all the things, be kind to your friends and your neighbors and the people that you don't know, because you don't know what they're going through either. And as always, stay tuned for the next adventure. I'll see you in a bit. Why you gotta be so dang hot all the time? Oh!